two.
All right, everybody. Want to welcome you once again to NFL Fan Talk Super Bowl edition. I am your humble host, Big G.
It's your boy, Raider Mike.
Man, your boy, the young architect, back at it again, man.
Yes. Tonight we're gonna give our predictions for the Super Bowl, but it's a few things going on in the NFL tonight. You got the NFL honors. The Hall of Fame class was announced. You know what I mean? Some of those awards. Is the Grammys for the NFL packing tonight, and we're gonna go over that first. And I'm gonna let the architect take the lead on this one, man. You're more in tune with it, so start us off, man, and then me and Raider Mike will chime in.
Okay. Big NFL honors. So let's start off with the big one. MVP. Pat Mahomes wins over Justin Jefferson, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, and Josh Allen. Me personally, looking at it, I was kind of thinking it would honestly be between Pat Mahomes and Jalen Hurts. I kind of leaned a little bit more towards Jalen Hurts because you saw without him, they kind of looked lackluster. They did have 2 losses without him. Pat Mahomes, he's just being Pat Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Justin Jefferson. It's funny. I saw a tweet when they announced all the finalists. He was like, "Oh, I'm happy for just being nominated," because he knew everybody knows the MVP is a quarterback award. You know what I'm saying? I'm curious to think. What do y'all think about it? Do y'all think Pat Mahomes deserved it? Do you think anybody else should have won it? Let's start off with you, Big G.
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, I had Pat winning this mug. He put up the numbers once again. I mean, I'm glad he's getting it now because the numbers he put up with the 5,000-yard seasons, the 40 touchdown seasons, and I forget how many interceptions he had. It wasn't that many this year. It was a low number. So you know how like LeBron just keep putting up those great numbers, but he can't get that MVP because people are like, "Oh, he's supposed to do it."
Yeah,
Mahomes is getting to that territory where, because if it wasn't for the Bills faltering or Jalen Hurts getting hurt, Josh Allen or Hurts was going to get that MVP, man. So
I think so.
It's kind of a luck of the draw too. I'm glad he got it because I don't think he'll be getting many more. I think he'll get maybe 1 or 2 more because he's going to keep putting these numbers up. But when somebody upstart comes and they put up some numbers similar to his, and if their team is good, they'll get it. So good for him, man. I'm glad Mahomes got it.
All right. And Raider Mike, what you think about it?
Well, I knew he was going to get it because it's like saying Bills fell on their face in the game because he was going to get it because look, they said, oh well, he don't have Tyreek Hill. He wasn't able to put the numbers. He wasn't going to be able to. He made those receivers look good. He made that team better. I mean, he was always. He's the best quarterback in the NFL. Bottom line, nobody's better. He's shown that and he's proved that. I wasn't surprised that he won it because once Buffalo lost that playoff game, like you said, that opened up the door. And Jalen Hurts wouldn't have never got hurt, wouldn't have missed them 2 games. Say the Eagles would have finished 15-1.
Oh,
he was going to get that MVP if he would have played all those games. I don't care. He was close. I know he had to be second. But I'm glad that Patrick Mahomes got it. I'm a Patrick Mahomes fan. I don't hate Kansas City, but I like to see him do his magic, but not against us. So it was an award that was his. It was his award right when that happened. When the beginning of the playoffs, second round of playoffs, it was his award. I said, okay, damn, he's gonna win it. So I tipped my cap off to Patrick Mahomes. That was he did that without with the ultimate weapon. He wasn't going deep like he was when Tyreek Hill was there, but he made it work. So, he had made all those receivers look good. So, yeah, I knew he was winning.
And then next up, we'll go Offensive Player of the Year. The winner for that was
You gotta go
actually
for that.
Justin Jefferson. And Justin Jefferson won it over Tyreek Hill, Jalen Hurts, and Pat Mahomes. Now, this one for me, I would say I'll probably lean towards Justin Jefferson, because I mean, if you look at his production since he entered the league, not only just this season, but specifically this season alone, I mean, he upped his game again. You know what I'm saying? Being that number one receiver for a Kirk Cousins, who who really needs that number one receiver. A Vikings team who, before him, they kind of looked like they were in a down direction. But also at the same time, again, I could argue Jalen Hurts. I can argue Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill set a franchise record for the Miami Dolphins as far as receiving yards. Holmes, I didn't think he was going to win 2 awards. So with him winning, probably winning MVP, I was like, oh, he's probably not going to win this award. But I think well deserving of Justin Jefferson. What about you, Raider Mike? What do you think?
No, Justin Jefferson should get it. I mean, Tyreek Hill went for 1,738 yards or 710 yards receiving. Justin Jefferson had over 1,800 yards receiving. Yep. And by far, you got to give him his credit. He was the best receiver. I mean, he's not the best yet, but he was the best receiver that I've seen this year. He's gotten better each year. He's getting better and better. And I don't know if he even touched his ceiling yet, but he got a lot of athletic ability, and he may get a little better. That's going to be scary. He might be the first receiver to get 2,000 yards. I mean, he got that ability to do it. I mean, he had 18. He was pushing. So, yeah, I knew he was going to get it. I've been watching the highlights. We don't see Minnesota on TV that much, but you watch the highlights and look at his numbers, and numbers don't lie. If Kirk Cousins don't have him, the Kirk Cousins getting traded. Thielen is good, but he ain't better than this guy. That's for sure. So that's what I got to say about that. I'm glad that he got it. I knew he was going to get
it. All right, what about you, Big G?
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, he's one of the first in that class of these new receivers that are going to be putting up numbers like this all the time. Like you said, I'm surprised. Shit, if Tua doesn't get hurt, man, maybe we tapping a different conversation, because I think
Tyreek might have went to 2,000.
That's what I'm saying. Tyreek would have got over two grand. You know what I'm saying? He'd have went over the top. But got to give it up to Jefferson, though. He faltered down the end. He kind of faltered. You know what I mean? And in that playoff game, he didn't really do much, but he put up big numbers early. I mean, 128 receptions, 1,809 yards. I look at that and I'm like, damn, only 8 touchdowns, though. With those numbers, man, the touchdowns should be like up towards the upper teens. You know what I mean? At least 15, 16. But all in all, good year, man. You got to give it up. But this is going to be in this passing league numbers that we see consistent. Tim this year, I can see Jamar Chase putting up these numbers at some point in his career.
Oh, for sure.
Tyreek doing it again, putting up the numbers. But kudos to Jefferson, man. I think he's the first in that line of receivers that's going to have these numbers all the time, man.
Yep, but Devontae Adams had all the touchdowns. He on 1,500 yards. He had like 14 or 15 touchdowns.
Yeah, another one. If he had a quarterback with a little more,
he would have 2,000 yards. Shit.
Yep. Somebody gonna do it, man. I mean, probably next year or the year after. Somebody getting in 2 racks.
Within the next 5 years, I guarantee somebody.
I say within the next 2 years, bro.
Next 2. Yep. I mean, hey, All right, next up, we'll go Defensive Player of the Year. Now, this one I know.
Young Tito's in the chat with a question. You see that?
Oh, what's up? The players getting more cane this season.
Chat why the 49ers.
I mean,
because it goes along with what I was just saying. Because the numbers are going to be like this. I mean,
yeah,
we're going to have to reevaluate kind of how we look at things, because remember, it wasn't too long ago where 1,100, 1,200 yards is like a great year for a receiver. You know what I'm saying? Even a running
But
back.
that was during a run, like a run heavy offense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, to
So
West
not a lot
Chandler.
of- I would say now. I don't know necessarily about reevaluating it because yes, there is an extra game, but at the same time, you still have those. You still now it's a more pass heavy league. You know, when I say pass heavy, it's rare to find a running back. You know what I'm saying? Well, outside of like a Derrick Henry or Josh Jacobs, you know what I'm saying? Those types of guys, even like an Alvin Kamara or something like, it's rare to find a running back like that when there's so many. I mean, even when you look at it, even a lot of teams they look for that quarterback who obviously has the big arm, who can run, who could throw. That kind of takes away from the running back when you also have these receivers who, quite honestly, they're the most athletic I've seen like ever. You know what I'm saying? Just this new class of athletes. I mean, yeah, when you look at it as far as numbers from the past, sure. I mean, sure, but at the same time, it's just the times now. Like you got everybody wants to see more scoring, and how do you get more scoring? You chuck that thing down the field because the game is getting that much faster.
That's why I say you have to reevaluate the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like these cats, they're about to be shattering all the old receiver numbers, man. So
Yeah,
it's like the bar is going to be higher. You know what I mean? So this with
but that's
Justin
happening all
Jefferson,
over sports though too. So
yeah. But what Justin Jefferson's doing, bruh, if he did this in the era of Michael Irvin and Jerry Rice, he'd be considered better than them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a different
oh,
league.
100%.
So that's what I mean by reevaluate, because like a good receiver right now, if he had like 1,200 yards, that's like, he did all right. You know what I'm saying? Whereas
Jerry
back in the day, you'd be like, God damn, that man got 1,200 yards.
Be honest, we can go back to like what? This is about right? I'll say about 5 years ago. That was like that. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
the game's always changing. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is now. Hey, look, we about to see a whole bunch of records broken. I think the passing yards record got broken again this year by Pat Mahomes or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's just gonna get higher and higher. Eventually, I think it'll cap out. I don't think no quarterback gonna throw for like 10,000 yards in the season.
Well, Mahomes is going to be the new bar. He's going to set the new bar for all the new numbers to be broken in the future. So we'll see how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but shit, Jerry Rice had an 1,800-yard receiving year, and
Yeah. The Niners invented the West Coast offense, so they were ahead of everybody.
Remember he had a high that one year. I thought he was gonna get 2,000.
Let me see something.
Calvin Johnson almost got 2, ain't it?
Who?
Calvin
I
Johnson.
thought Wes Chandler was gonna get it one year with the Chargers, but yeah, he didn't. He didn't get close. I mean, he got close. I mean, what did he have? I think he put up 16. I thought Wes Chandler was gonna get it one year, then he started having them injuries.
Let me see something.
But Jerry Rice, I mean, and then shit, didn't Jerry Rice get 20 touchdowns or something like that in a strike shortened season?
I don't know,
but Randy Moss had 23.
Got the record. That's what I'm saying. Jerry Rice had 20. Jerry Rice had 20 in a strike season, though. Something like that.
We'd all agree that Michael Irvin is a great receiver, right?
Yeah.
So his best year, he had 1 year where he had 1,600 yards, but that's in 16 games. You know what I'm saying? Remind. He had a 1,500-yard season. He had 1,300 yards, 1,200 yards, and then the rest of just pedestrian. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, this man, Justin Jefferson, had this year a better season than Michael Irvin ever had in his whole career. You know what I mean? So it's going to be some receivers with some outstanding numbers, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like this though, and
the number that they don't.
Look, Michael Irvin for his career only had 11,904 yards, man. So, yeah, I guarantee you it's going to be a lot of receivers in the future that retire with that many yards that will not be in the Hall of Fame.
You know why he in
No,
the
for a
Hall of
fact.
Fame, though,
For a
why?
fact, though.
But you know why he in the Hall of Fame? Because his heart, his determination, he outworked everybody. He wasn't the fastest. He ran good routes. He was
I'm being
strong as
real though.
hell.
Like
He
And
was the
that's the way
playmaker.
Mike Irvin was a heart and
Michael
soul.
He was the
of
heart.
Irvin, look,
Yes, sir.
Period.
He's the heart and soul of the team.
Heart and soul of Dallas
I rock
Cowboys.
with
I don't
Michael
care how
Irvin,
you look at
but
it.
I don't think in today's NFL he'd be a top 5 receiver.
He,
Yes, he
today's
would.
NFL.
yeah, he
In
would.
today's
Yes, he
NFL,
would.
with
His
the
he
with the
would
same
change.
receiver, with the same
He would change
receivers
his
that are in the
game.
league right now.
He would change his game. That's all. I mean, come on, man. He was the best receiver in high school, the best receiver in college, and when he got to Dallas, he was still that dude, man. He
But there's a
just
lot of
got
players who are
image,
like that, who are the best in high school, the best in college. You know what I'm saying?
but not the best in the NFL too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like
I beg to differ.
he,
Have you heard of Calvin Johnson? Like,
but I'm saying Calvin got numbers. I'm not tripping. I'm talking about
yeah,
Mike Irvin got
this
the ring.
offense. These offense that it is now, it's going to be receivers with skewed numbers, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's going to be some average dude that have like 12,000 yards when he
I
retires.
don't think it's gonna be some average dudes because I mean, there's still you got to think about it. There's still these elite, the top of receivers. But I'll talk about these average dudes. Like you can't name me like an average dude who's like putting up numbers like this stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Was
give
that a
me an
challenge?
average. It is. Give me an average dude that's putting up numbers.
But
Like
it remains to be seen, G. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're back in the day, you're not going to have those numbers. I'm talking about.
no, I'm talking about like the times like now. Like name me like what are the like an average receiver now who is putting up numbers like this? There are none. They're only the top of the top.
So is Higgins the top of the top?
Higgins is a 1,000-yard receiver.
Yeah, what I'm saying is he the best of the best.
But what does that have to do with like he's the best of the best? No. But he's not putting up ridiculous
That's what I'm
numbers.
saying. By the time he's in his career, he probably have more yards than Michael Irvin. But because of the way offenses throw the ball, he's like a second receiver right now. You know what I'm saying? He may never be a one for anybody, but he's gonna have more numbers than Michael Irvin. Is what I'm saying.
Fair
You know
enough.
what I mean?
Michael
Fair enough.
Irvin played on the Great Wall of Dallas. Shit, the mother was running.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Oh, damn. Tito just made a good point. Brandon Cooks. That boy probably had more numbers than Michael Irvin, man.
Yeah,
Brandon
he
Cooks
just
done had-
being like
Brandon
a
Cooks
Cowboy.
done went on a run where he's had like 1,000 yards for like the past 9 seasons. Oh,
That's what I'm saying. He's the what's his name? The Gore of wide receivers.
yeah, bro. He's just been in the
Okay.
league forever. Like you know what I'm saying? And he's done it with
He's
like
the
multiple
James
different
Jett of
multiple
the
quarterbacks.
NFL who just catch the ball more. That's all he is.
Like
Telling
nah,
you.
for a
right?
look. I think he got. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, then he went. I think he won a Super Bowl that year with Tom Brady. No, they lost to
Well,
the
let's
Eagles.
let's get on like who won
Anyway.
defensive player of the year?
Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa won Defensive Player of the Year over Micah Parsons and Chris Jones. Now, let's hear what you got to say about that, Big G.
Oh, I knew that was happening. Micah, he got too little too full of himself, man. I think he believed the hype a little too much, man. You know, that's my dude, man. And I think he's more talented than Bosa, but Bosa, he got after the quarterback, man. And I mean, he got a motor on him. So towards the end of the year, when the Niners defense got hot, he took that shit over, man. So, you know, Micah, he faltered as the year went on. And then even in the games where it was like he get 2 sacks one game, no sacks for 2 games, 2 sacks. He had like 6 games with 2 sacks that made up like 12 of his sacks. You know what I mean? So he was hit or miss. He has to learn that motor has to run all the time. But I understand he gets more tired because they play him all over the field. So I think they got to decide kind of what they want to do with him. You know, they need to just let him get after the quarterback instead of having them freaking guarding tight ends 20 yards down the field. Man, I seen games where he was guarding wide receivers, man. You know what I'm saying? I understand he runs a 4-3, but it's a different 4-3. He doesn't have twitch muscle moves like a corner. You know what I mean? He's like a 4-3 big dude. So it's a little different. But kudos to Bosa, man. He went and he took that award. You know, everybody is saying Micah, and he just kept working. And what, he got like 20 sacks, right?
18 and a half.
18
18
and
and
a
a
half.
half. So shit. He went and took it. So good for him, man. He deserves it.
Mhm. All right. What about you, Raider Mike? What you think about it?
He deserved to get the award, but my thing is Micah Parsons. If Dallas would just decide to put his hand in the dirt and let him play defense end, he may have had 18 sacks instead of, like G was talking about, moving them all over the damn place. You just put him at defense end or whatever, and then or whatever, rush the passer or whatever they want to call the position for him. They need to just have him rush the passer. That's it. I think if they do that, he would have those numbers to win an MVP. I believe so. And then, he got doubled sometime, but I think if you put him at that right there, I think he wins one. But Nick Bosa was good. You gotta give him credit where credit is due. He was a beast. He was beasting. And he feasted in that defense. They had all that 7. He feasted. And he had help from them D tackles and want to free you up. When you eat up 2 blockers, yeah, you got one-on-one.
Yep.
Get one-on-ones, you gonna
Missed 2
win.
games too. I guess Tito was
Yeah.
saying he missed 2 games this year.
Well,
Mhm.
Tito,
Yeah.
Tito and his 49ers, it's all good. But he got to sit on TV and watch the Niners get their ass beat. But anyway, but like this, I give him credit. I like Nick Bosa. I think he's a great player, and he's going to be a great player for a long time, as long as he stays healthy. So I think his ceiling is his future is bright. But Michael Parsons will be on his back, though. I think if Dallas ever just play him in one position.
Yes,
That's what I think. But Bosa did well, and the 49ers defense is good. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But
yeah. Just run down the rest of the winners, man. Cause I'm gonna talk a little bit about the Pro Bowl and then get into get into our Super Bowl talk.
Okay. Well, for defensive and offensive rookie, they both go to the New York Jets. That is Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner. I think both well deserving. Let's see, comeback player of the year. We all knew who it was going to be. Geno Smith. No surprise there.
If y'all want to talk a little about Geno, you can talk a little about Geno.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think he deserves that.
Geno, okay. I'll start off with that one then. Geno, I knew he was going to win this thing, man. Over Saquon and Christian McCaffrey, don't get me wrong. Saquon is very much the reason, at least in my opinion, that the Giants were successful this year. But Geno Smith, man, you want to talk about somebody who went from top to bottom to rock bottom in a snap of a finger. You know what I'm saying? Being bounced around the league, basically nobody believing in him. To him, you know what I'm saying? Leading the Seahawks to the playoffs, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Nobody in their right mind could tell me that the Seahawks are going to make it to the playoffs. But damn it, behind Geno Smith and that offense, it only showed, you know what I'm saying, that he still has a lot left in the tank. He led the league in goddamn completion percentage at like 69% or something like that. So big props to Geno. And in fact, I heard Seattle is actually planning on keeping him. So real big ups to him. So go ahead, Big G.
Yeah, I heard they keeping him and they gonna shoot him some extra cash too, man. Mm-hmm. So I think that's good, man. He's one of those cats. His career has been up and down. We all know what happened with the Jets. You know what I mean? When he got his jaw broke, and that derailed his career with them. But Seattle took a flyer on him, and I think if they hadn't, because I saw him on the Pivot. And he was talking about some of the things that happened in his career, and he wasn't even going to play for the Seahawks, man. He put the feeler out there himself through his agent to see if they needed somebody, and they, Pete gave him a chance, and he went and he took the job. So, good for him, man. I didn't know he was such an artistic cat. That cat, I guess he's like a good artist. Got a lot of outside interests outside of football. The cat got good business sense, like good sense of art. So good for him. Nice little renaissance man, made a comeback, and he loves football though. So he put all his passion into it, and it paid off for him. Good for him, man.
What about you, Raider Mike? Any thoughts on Geno?
Yeah, I knew he would like I said, I just knew he needed to go somewhere to somebody just give him a chance because the Jets that wasn't good. And he sent after that, pretty much after the Jets, he was just a backup. San Diego, the Chargers, and wherever I forget where else he went. Was it New York? Was he in New York
Giants.
for 1 year? He's in New York
Giants.
for 1 year. And
He played for the Chargers.
I remember
too.
for the Giants and the Chargers, but he kept playing. He never gave up. I just knew that he was good. I liked him at West Virginia, and I said, damn, if he get the right team to draft him, he get in the right situation, he could be good. Well, he found the right situation and is paying off for him right now. He looked good to me. I ain't got nothing bad to say. I was impressed because he looked better than he sure looked better than Russell Wilson this year. I gotta give him that though, man. He made that look like, well, they must have knew Russell Wilson was running out of gas in the tank or something. Or Sierra done trained that boy knees and every damn thing or something shit. Because Geno looked like, he looked better. He played better.
That 1-2 step on him, huh?
Right. And it's just, I don't know what she did on him. She done gave him the goodies and that fool's knees and went rubbery. She said, I know you like the good. That fool was on the field thinking about it because his ass didn't play it good. Geno must have got the goodies because he was playing good. So I gotta tip my cap off to Geno. Good season. And hopefully, and I'm sure he can do the same thing next year or better. He's a late bloomer. I think he'll get better.
Yeah, I think so.
And then lastly, Brian Daboll is head coach of the year over Doug Peterson, Kyle Shanahan, and
did they nominate Sirianni?
Yeah, Sirianni. Yeah,
Sirianni, but damn, you would think he would have got it though. Really, I'm looking what he just
man. I think this is the one award I think was some BS, man. I don't think Daboll should have got that award, man.
I think the only reason why they got it is because they hadn't been in the playoffs since like 2016 or something.
Man, Sirianni had the Eagles playing at a very high level.
Rolling, dog.
I was trying not to give them credit, and he had it popping, man. So
give it to somebody.
Yeah, I think he should have got that.
Yep.
Yeah, I think either him.
I agree. I think it should have been Sirianni.
Sirianni.
Honestly, for me, Sirianni or Shanahan, because Shanahan did what he did, but three different quarterbacks.
I wouldn't be mad at that either.
Yeah.
Doug Peterson.
I wouldn't be mad at that either.
I think Doug Peterson, if you're going to give it to somebody.
For all of the grants, it shouldn't have been Daboll. Like, it should have been
but
Daboll.
Sirianni should have really got it, but if he didn't get it, Doug Peterson should have been in the runnings. Look what he did with Prince Charming. Look what he just did. Turned that boy back into like he was at Clemson.
Yep.
Trevor Lawrence looked good this year. He is straight and really at the end of the season he got better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot better.
And I think that Doug Peterson should deserves a lot of that credit because Sirianni, but the reason why I say Sirianni does, period, because look, he in a Super Bowl with a second-year quarterback. The first year they didn't think, they changed the whole offense around him for him, and it paid off. Sirianni, the only one had the damn balls to change the offense around the damn quarterback, and he got rewarded for it.
Yeah.
And he should have won it. But, Daboll, the Giants, he did turn them around, but, I just thought, Daniel Jones even played better, but he didn't play like Trevor Lawrence good. You know what I'm saying? He didn't play Jalen Hurts good, but he did play better. So maybe that's why they gave it to him.
I guess, man. Well, shoot, let's slide a little bit into the little Pro Bowl talk, and then we'll go to our Super Bowl breakdown. I want to talk about the Pro Bowl because I think they was listening to the show, man. They did exactly what I said they should do last year.
Flag football, huh?
And not just flag, but I was like, have different little competitions for the players, man, because the game itself was so watered down that it was just like, it wasn't even worth watching. You know what I'm saying? It was like they got to a point where they wasn't even going 3/4 speed, man. some of the players they just go half speed and the cats don't really want to tackle each other. It was almost two-hand touch. So I mean, I think they're on the right path, but this was my idea last year. I said they should have 40-yard dash with the fastest players. They should have a 4x4 relay where it's like the 4 fastest corners go against the 4 fastest receivers. Then another one where like the 4 fastest running backs go against the 4 fastest linebackers. Then like this is basically the old school ABC Wild World of Sports format. I mean, they used to do this already. They had like the powerlifting with the O line versus the D line. Of course, keep the quarterback accuracy like they had this year, but with a twist, make it more individual like they did before. So we see which is the most accurate quarterback. And then they have like one they used to have where a quarterback would just throw the ball as far as he could. So we can see who got the strongest arm. And then that obstacle course. That's how they used to end it all the time. So I think they need to just go back to that because it's obviously they want it to be a fun weekend. And looking at that, all we want to do is awe at the players' physical talents. That's all you want to see. So let them show off. You know what I mean? They used to have a dunk contest, man. They had Deion Sanders up there dunking and everything, man. So man, they had them old school tapes. You could see Deion Sanders dunking, Barry Sanders dunking, you know what I'm saying? All them dudes. So go ahead and bring all that stuff back, man. You know,
they need to.
And you can have the flag football game if you want to, too. That seemed a little cheesy to me. You know what I'm saying? They can cut that out.
Yeah,
but, you know, I'd like to see all the other cats doing everything else. Architect, what do you think?
You know, it was cool. I think the only thing I really didn't like, I'm not gonna say I didn't like the flag football game. I see what they're trying to do with it. I feel like they can add a little something to that. But the only thing I really didn't like about it was maybe the best catch thing. I feel like that was a little too like circusy for me. You know what I'm saying? Jumping off of trampolines and stuff. I mean, that's cool. Like it's like cool, exciting to see. But I don't know. Like for me, if you want to see best catch, man, go see if you can catch that thing one-handed, with your tippy toes. You know what I'm saying? Toe touch that thing. But that's just me nitpicking. I like the precision passing thing. The dot, I don't know. I like the mini games aspect of it, especially that's in Vegas. I feel like with it being in Vegas, they could have played it up a lot more as far as like, you know, big lights shining bright. This is what we need to do and all this stuff. But all in all, man, I feel like they're going in the right direction because, like you said, for a while now, the Pro Bowl has literally been a joke. Me as a fan of like just watching the Pro Bowl because I like watching all my favorite players. I still go back and look at those competitions that they had, specifically the one when Larry Allen was like, I think he hit like 40 of them things. You know what I'm saying? Chad Johnson and Steve Smith going down like basically not. You know what's that drill that they do with the combine when they run down the line and catch the ball on each side from either side.
Yeah.
Like watching them do that. You know, watching the races like you said. Like if they brought that back, they don't even gotta play the football game. I could really care less at this point, unless I'm seeing a Sean Taylor on that punter type of hit, I don't really care. But you know what I'm saying? But like on some real talk, like I feel like
there's the reason why they stopped playing.
Probably.
Because that's who almost killed the punter.
Like even if they did like some stuff like who's the hardest hitter, and they had like, especially into this day and age, they got dummies that they can strap like, you know what I'm saying, little sensors on and be like, go hit it. You know what I'm saying? You know, stuff like that. There's other ways you can work around it to see the physical aspect of football while still having fun. So I think, you know, going forward, I feel like they should improve and whatnot. But all in all, it wasn't bad. Although I did hear a couple of football players, specifically Josh Jacobs, saying like he basically don't like it. He thinks he should scrap it. They should scrap it. So I don't know. Curious to see what more football players.
Better get ready to conform because they're not going back to playing that game anymore. You can scrap that.
I don't think so. Yeah.
What do you think about it, Raider Mike? Y'all can go ahead and spit for a minute. I'm about to go refill.
Because the
Go
thing
ahead,
is,
man.
it's a sad day to me that we don't have a football game and we playing flag. And I get it. They want to stop concussions, all this stuff, but that took the fun out of it. Get rid of the flag football game. You can keep all the other stuff. Flag football game got to go. I'm just keeping that real. Because where does the running backs feature in that? Not very much.
They don't. Yeah.
That's all wide receivers and quarterback, really, and defensive backs getting picks. I mean, no. Just if you're not going to play the game, and at least play the game like the NFL, NBA play it. You don't have. They could play that little 3 quarters until the 4th quarter, come and play some football.
I agree.
That's what I say. If you want to do that, we can have it a 56-56. But when the last quarter comes, everybody plays football. I ain't saying we ain't going out there to kill the quarterback. We're not going out. We're going out there to play some real football.
But do you think it's worth it? I mean, it's supposed to be an all-star type, like
Yeah,
them
well, I
cats.
think it's worth it
Because if you look at it,
But you think it from a fan point of view. I'm talking about from the players, because none of them want to play the game, man.
Oh, they all fucking pussied out to want to not play the damn game for what? Did they be
How's that
playing it for
pussied
all
out, though?
to play
Have you ever
competition?
Have you ever played a 16-game NFL season, man?
No,
No.
but why even have it? The thing is, doesn't make a difference. They all
That's
been
why I
playing.
said-
What about Jim Brown and
I
them?
said
What
don't
about
play the
Michael
game.
Irvin and them? What about Emmitt Smith and them? When Sean Taylor, all of them played 16-game season. They did it.
Yeah, and they all limping right now. You know what I'm saying?
Keon
No.
only got 8 toes.
Man, that's
No.
what I'm saying. Deion Sanders can't even walk.
My thing is this: get rid of the flag football game. Period.
Yeah.
You can get if they're not going to bring back the game, which they're not. Whatever, fine. This is a powder that flag is powder puff football to me. Get
That's
rid of
what I
that
just said.
and just like we said, so have the longest throw, all that stuff that you was talking about, because that would be better than watching a flag football game, because the running backs don't benefit from a flag football game. They don't want the wide receivers. It's wide receiver quarterbacks, defensive backs. And you seen how they was playing so loose coverage I mean, come on. Just announce the players who made the Pro Bowl, who's all Madden or all pro, and just have those sprints and all of that stuff. And that, I think that would be better. And the quarterback see those. I think
That's
that
nice
would be
competitions.
Yeah, just have competition in, because I used to like the Pro Bowl in when Sean Taylor and them played, and then like in the 80s, you remember it used to be nice to watch when it was in Hawaii. And that's another thing where they messed up. They took the Pro Bowl out of Hawaii.
Yeah.
That was another thing when Godell
Used to
did
like go on that vacation.
Yeah, that's what them players like to go on that vacation. That's when they had that throwing contest. You remember Randall Cunningham threw a ball 92 yards. John Elway threw an 89.
Damn, 92 yards?
Randall Cunningham has he threw that, I swear on everything. It was 92. Was it 92 or 95? It might have been 95. Shit, because I know he threw farther than Elway did. It may have been 95. Because you remember that one, don't you, Greg?
Yep.
I think it was 95, though.
Shit, man, you might be talking about that punt. Remember, he had like a 90-yard punt?
No, I ain't talking about no punt. I'm talking about Randall Cunningham throwing the football 92 yards. No, look it up. Look it up.
No, I remember. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said they need to bring all that back, because I like that just as much as I like the game. I want to see who throw the farthest. I want to see who's the fastest. I want to see who's the strongest.
Well, shoot, they had boxers running, and Evander Holyfield was hella fast. Did you know that? Did you know Evander Holyfield is hella fast?
Oh, for real?
Did they have?
Hell yeah. That fool outran Deshaun Jackson in one of them damn whatever them little things. I swear to God, look it up.
Wait a minute.
Look it up. I'm trying to tell you, they had something that fool can run.
Hold on, man.
Deshaun Jackson.
Holyfield.
You didn't see that thing? Yeah, you didn't see that thing? It wasn't
old enough to be his daddy, nigga.
Man, look it up. Look it up on the video. I'm telling you, he fast. He was fast. I was like, damn. When I saw that, I couldn't believe he won that. I said, wait a minute. Hell no. I seen one. It was because it was the NFL, and there was Evander, some boxers. They had different sports people racing each other. I was like, are you serious? I said, I didn't know that fool could run like that. No, look it up. I'm telling you to look that up. I'm telling you, that fool was fast.
I believe it. Shoot, man, but we got to get in there. We got to get into this here game, man. It's that time.
Well, let's
40
get into it.
minutes in. We got to get into the game. All right, man. Here we go. We got the Eagles versus the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, man. Everybody got to give their picks, information, all that, man. We're gonna go in on it. So, I guess I'll start it off. You know what I'm saying? Look, I know you guys love them Eagles, man. The public loves the Eagles. Everybody loves the Eagles.
I don't know if the
And
public loves the Eagles that much, man.
The public right now is betting on the Eagles like crazy. That's why they're a favorite. I don't get it. For me, I'm like, look, coach versus coach. I take Big Red over Sirianni. Big Red been there a couple times already. He done been to 5 straight NFC Championship games before with the Eagles. He done been to however many with the Chiefs. And this will be his, 4th Super Bowl? He had a Super Bowl with the Eagles, right?
He went
With
with
McNabb?
McNabb and him in 05.
Yeah. So this will be his 4th Super Bowl. And so I give the Chiefs the coaching edge. And I'll be damned if somebody say Hurts is better than freaking Mahomes, man. If anybody tries to give Hurts the edge over Mahomes, I don't give a damn. If they say Mahomes' ankle, man, Hurts is dealing with the shoulder. They showed his the last game versus the Niners. He didn't throw the ball to the right side of the field, and he never threw it over 10 yards, I believe. So his shoulder ain't all the way right either. So let's just cancel that out. Both quarterbacks, you say they're injured. Mahomes played hell of a lot better on that one ankle than Hurts did with that right shoulder. And so I give the Eagles the edge at quarterback, and I give them the edge at head coach. And then everybody's like, the vaunted Eagles defense. They're going to shut the Chiefs down. They're going to shut down Mahomes, right? Let me see. Jared Goff, 35 points versus the Eagles. Trevor Lawrence, 21 points. Admirable. Taylor Heineke scored 32 on that defense. Aaron Rodgers scored 33 on that defense. Dak Prescott scored 40 on that defense. And let's not forget, man, I thought they were going to win versus the Niners, but when they went up 7-0, the Niners was marching and came down and got 7 themselves before Purdy got hurt. So we don't know what the game would have been like had he got knocked out. The Eagles got the number 1 offensive line. The Chiefs got the number 3. You know what I'm saying? Freaking pass defense, Eagles better. It's too even for me. You know what I mean? And all things considered, I'm going with a team that's been there before, done it before, with a quarterback, better quarterback, and the better coach. So my prediction for this game is the Kansas City Chiefs 30, Philadelphia Eagles 24. Architect, where you going with it?
Got some notes here. I'm gonna just read them off real quick. For me personally, I think right now for both teams, I'm gonna start off with Kansas City. As much as people tried to write them off this year, they still have big playability and big play offense. Big name for me that I feel like that's gonna pop. That's gonna have to pop up. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, MVS. He had a big game. He had a big game against the Bengals. I'm gonna need Juju. If Juju's playing, him and Mecole Hardman. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need them to step up. Kadarius Toney, Sky Moore, those other weapons outside of Travis
out.
Kelce. No, he said he's gonna suit up.
Is he? I thought they put him on the IR.
I don't think so. Last thing I checked, that's what they said.
Okay.
He said he was gonna suit up.
Go ahead. I'm gonna look it up. But go ahead.
Okay. Also, Isaiah Pacheco. Obviously, their run game isn't nothing crazy, but he's a very hard runner, and I expect him to. Also, I'm expecting if I hear those names, I think they're gonna be all right. But, the Eagles' defense is off the charts right now. Like it's crazy.
Hardman not playing. Hardman is on the IR.
Okay. So, If that's the case, then yeah, not Miko Harmon. I was going to stick with Sky Moore, Juju, MVS, and Isaiah Pacheco. Because right now, I'm gonna be honest, Travis Kelsey, Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelsey is virtually unstoppable when it comes to the playoffs, man. Like the Eagles are definitely gonna have a time stopping that, even though, like I said, their defense is off the charts, especially their pass rush. How are these young guys gonna look on the stage as far as their offense? You know, I'm looking at, and this is the Eagles I'm talking about now. Jalen Hurts. Last time I saw Jalen Hurts on the stage this big, he got his job tipped by Tua. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that's a fact. The national championship stage.
Hey,
Last time I saw him.
that's a nice way of looking at it. I never thought of that.
Devontae Smith. Because I know they're going to send a lot of doubles if they're going to try and double AJ Green. So Devontae Smith, he's going to have to step up and actually catch the damn ball. I get it. Today he dropped that thing. He dropped that thing 2 weeks ago. But you know, camera's gonna be on real big. Lights gonna be real bright. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I kind of lean with you. I like Andy Reid in this thing because I think it would be full circle, full circle for him to beat the teams that stop believing in him. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I think it's going to be a close game. You know, any given Sunday, anything can happen. Oh, like Tito said, Jerick McKinnon been balling out too. I forgot about him.
Yeah.
But I think the Chiefs are going to take this one, and I think this one going to go. I'll take Kansas City, 38 to 35. I think it's going to be that close. 38-35, Kansas City. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Red Mike,
Reed gets
bring us
his
home,
revenge.
man.
Well, I gotta disagree. Even though I was really pulling for Kansas City, but now I know that they ain't got that deep threat. They don't have a deep Scantling, but Scantling dropped too many passes. Number one. They don't have a running game. The Eagles have the best running game in football, don't they?
Yep.
That's what I heard.
Jalen Hurts is not gonna have to be Patrick Mahomes to beat Patrick Mahomes.
He hasn't had to beat anybody.
If they can run the football, keep the ball away and score points, and that defense get after the quarterback, double Travis Kelsey, make those other wide receivers beat you. If you lose after you do that, then tip your cap. Because if they can get after the quarterback and they could neutralize Kelsey, it's going to be a feast day. Because if those guys don't get open and catch that ball, Patrick Mahomes going to look like he did in Tampa Bay.
That's a lot of ifs you just said, boy.
It ain't gonna be no
It
ifs.
was a
I'm
fifth.
just
We
trying
be
to tell you,
what?
the Eagles have a better defense. We all can agree on that. They have better defense.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City defense is not as good as Eagles defense. Their cornerbacks is not as good as Eagles cornerbacks. The front line is, Chris Jones is a beast. But damn, we all can't go for the Chiefs. Only reason why I say it was the Chiefs is because of Patrick Mahomes, because that's the ultimate playmaker in this game. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for that, would make me really change my mind about taking the Eagles, because the Eagles can do everything. They can run. They didn't have to have Jalen Hurts over 300 yards. He threw for 121 yards against 49.
Yeah, they dominated tonight.
And they dominated.
Didn't have no quarterback.
They're not going to dominate the Chiefs, man.
No, they're not going to dominate the Chiefs. But what I'm trying to say is it's going to be a close game. Much as I want to take Kansas City, because they got the most experience, they got the best quarterback, and damn, I hate that all of us going to be biased on one damn team, but it's not like we're being biased, but it's the truth. The better quarterback is in Kansas City.
Hey, man, you got to pick what's in your heart, man.
But what's in my heart
is
them Eagles, and I'm going to take the Eagles. We got to shock the world. Jalen Hurts got to prove to them he could win the championship and not get pulled out the game. So don't think that's not running through his mind.
Oh, for sure.
So you got AJ Brown, you got Devontae Smith, you got Goddard, you got was that the Sanders dude? I think that they got a chance. They got a fighter. They got a puncher's chance to win this game.
He hit something though that really hit home with me.
Yeah,
but the fact that on the biggest stage, the biggest stage before
that he crumbled in that national championship. We've all seen that. Do you think he's not thinking about that? That is gonna fuel his fire to do even better. I'm just trying to tell you, that's the reason why I'm taking the Eagles. I got the Eagles, and I'm gonna take the Eagles. I'm gonna take the Eagles 34-28. I'm just gonna take the Eagles. I'm just gonna take the Eagles because
it's crazy.
I'm just saying. I'm just going by whoever runs the ball best at game is going to win. It's not going to just because if they get after the quarterback. Yes, it is because if they get if they get after the quarterback, if the Eagles get on his ass and he can't get out that pocket, he's gonna look like he did against Tampa Bay. I'm just gonna call it how I see it.
I can see that. But
I'm just trying to tell you, they're gonna get after, but they're gonna get after the quarterback. They're gonna get after the quarterback.
But
how confident in you are you that the Eagles are gonna win?
I'm confident. The reason why, because like I'm telling you, Jalen Hurts got a monkey on his back. He got to get off too.
Care to put 20 on it?
Well, we ain't putting money. We on the show. I don't want to take your money. We on the show. We ain't supposed to be putting money on it on the show. I got money right now on the game right now. I do got money on it, and I got money on it already. I'm not putting no money on it. And I got some scores.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. I'm with Raider Mike. I wouldn't take no bet either, bro. I'm
not gonna take no money bet, but I'm gonna tell you right now, for bragging right bet, if they win, I'm gonna be the first one to call you if you ain't sitting over here watching it with me.
Tito said he got 100 on KC. If you want to take,
he put 100 on KC.
Yeah,
he should have saved his money and put it on the Niners, and he's been crying over that $100. He put 100 on Kansas City.
All I'm saying is, look,
he put 100 on KC.
No, he want to bet you 100.
Don't bet me because your sorry ass team. Because I'm not your sorry ass team, but your team got their ass whooped. They got their ass beat, and watch their homeboys get their ass beat. So don't try to bet with me because your team is sitting at home. Guess what, Tito? You're gonna be sitting on the couch with all of us, with the Raider fans, with the Cowboy fans, with the Bengals.
He's about to do like LeVar Ball, man. We about to switch gears.
But anyway, like I said, that's I got the Eagles, man. I mean, we all came. I was gonna pick Kansas City, but when I started thinking, I've been thinking about this all week. Don't think that I just, you know what I'm saying? I had Kansas City picked for this whole week until I thought about that game when Tua got pulled, when he got pulled out for Tua. I said, that's got to be some motivation. He gonna come out firing. He got the weapons to do it though, and he got the number one offense. It's not like he ain't got to be Patrick Mahomes. He just has to be efficient. They gonna run the football, and he just has to be efficient. And their defense played good. They got any good a chance. And then they didn't get there for no reason. They got there for a reason. They got there to win. They didn't get there to lose. Yeah. And Tito, you want to make all these bets? That's fine. Tell him to go bet a Niner fan, one of his Niner buddies on that. Don't bet me. How about that?
Man. All right. With that, that's it, man. I think this will be our last Thursday show, huh? Like next time we're gonna do we about to switch gears, man, after what? Maybe not next Sunday or this Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, but then we're going to switch to the Sunday after that, right? Go back to sports fan talk.
We're talking about my Lakers.
Oh, shit. Here we go. You got to switch gears on that, huh? But yes. We'll be off next Thursday, y'all. And after this Super Bowl Sunday, the following Sunday, we'll be on and we'll let everybody know a time. I think we're going to come on earlier too, huh? Mm-hmm. 7 instead of 8. I mean, I don't know. We'll discuss it. But with that said, we'll let everybody sign off. Do your thing.
It's your boy Raider Mike. And when the Eagles win that game, don't say I didn't tell you so.
It's your boy, the Young Architect, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And don't be surprised to get a little too rattled. You see a Gardner Minshew sighting. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna be all right. I don't like neither team. I don't have no interest in either team. I'm just not because I can't see in our division.
Yes, everybody. And this your boy Big G, man, about to sign off. And everybody who's watching the video, remember to like it. Hit that like, hit that thumbs up. Remember, share, subscribe, do all that. And man, until next, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, we'll see you on Sports Fan Talk. Peace. 250.